Standard 8 Mathematics, Chapter 15, Compound Interest. In this video, we'll do practice set 14.2 and the remaining part of this chapter. Let us do the question 1 of 14.2. Question 1 says, on the construction work of a flyover bridge, there are 320 workers initially. The number of workers were increased by 25% every year. Find the number of workers after 2 years. First, let us start with the solution by writing what all is mentioned in the question. Here, P, that is a principal, will denote number of workers initially, which is 320. A, that was the number of workers after 2 years, which we need to find out. R is the rate of increase of number of workers per year, which will be the rate of compound interest mentioned in the question as 25%. And N, that is the duration mentioned, is 2 years. Using the compound interest formula, we get A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R and N, we get 320 into 1 plus 25 upon 100 the whole bracket square. Solving this and simplifying this equation, we get the amount A as 500. Hence, the number of workers after 2 years will be 500. Let us do the second question of practice set 14.2. Question 2 says, a shepherd has 200 sheep with him. So a shepherd is a person who takes care of sheep. Find the number of sheep with him after 3 years if the increase in number of sheep is 8% every year. Let us start with the solution and first write what all is given. P, that is a principal, will denote the number of sheep initially, that is 200. A, that is the number of sheep after 3 years, which we need to find in the question. R, that is the rate of increase of number of sheep per year, is 8%. And N is 3 years. Let us use a compound interest amount formula that says A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R and N, we get 200 into 1 plus 8 upon 100, the whole bracket raised to 3. Solving this and approximating it, we get 252. So from here we can conclude that the number of sheep after 3 years is 252. Question 3. In a forest, there are 40,000 trees. Find the expected number of trees after 3 years if the objective is to increase the number at the rate 5% per year. Here, P, that is a principal, will denote number of trees initially, that is 40,000 as mentioned in the question. A, that is the amount, will denote number of trees after 3 years, which we need to calculate. R, the rate of increase of number of trees per year, is 5%. And the duration, capital N, is 3 years. Using the amount formula, A is equal to principal into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R and N, we get 40,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100, the whole bracket cube. Solving this, we get amount to be 46,305. That means amount denoted number of trees after 3 years. Hence, the expected number of trees after 3 years is 46,305. Question 4. The cost price of a machine is 2,50,000. If the rate of depreciation is 10% per year, find the depreciation in price of the machine after 2 years. This question is an example of depreciation. So the machine, the original cost of the machine was 2,50,000 and after 2 years this machine was sold. So the selling price will be less than the original price of this machine, as it is mentioned depreciation of 10% per year. Here, P, that is a principal, denotes the cost price of the machine or the original price of the machine, which is 2,50,000. A, that is a cost price after 2 years, keeping the depreciation in mind, which we need to calculate. I, that is the rate of interest, or R, that is the depreciation in price after 2 years. And R, that is the rate of depreciation, is 10%. N is 2 years. Using the compound interest formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R and N, we get 2,50,000 into 1 plus 10 upon 100, the whole bracket raised to 2. Solving and simplifying this, we get 2,22,500. Also, the interest, that is principal minus amount, will be 2,50,000 minus 2,02,500, which will be 47,500. Hence, the depreciation in price of the machine after 2 years will be rupees 47,500. That means the price of the machine will decrease by 47,500. Question 5. Find a compound interest if the amount of a certain principal after 2 years is 4,036.80 at the rate of 6% per annum. Let us write what all is given. P is a principal which has to be calculated. A is the amount which is given in the question as 4,036.80 rupees. I, the compound interest, and R is 16%. N is equal to 2 years. Using the amount formula, we get A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of A, R and N, keeping P as it is, we have to calculate the value of P. So A is equal to 4,036.80 is equal to P into 1 plus 16 upon 100, the whole bracket raised to 2. Reducing the fraction 16 upon 100, we get 4 upon 25. And taking the LCM, adding 1 plus 4 upon 25, we get 29 upon 25, the whole square. Simplifying this equation and rearranging it to find a value of P, we get P is equal to 4,036.80 into 25 upon 29 into 25 upon 29. Solving this and calculating it, we get P to be 3,000. Also, I, that is the interest, will be amount minus principal. So amount 4,036.80 minus 3,000, we get 1,036.80. Hence, the compound interest will be rupees 1,036.80 rupees. Question 6. A loan of rupees 15,000 was taken on compound interest. If the rate of compound interest is 12% per annum, find the amount to settle the loan after 3 years. Here, P is the principal amount, that is rupees 15,000. A is the amount which has to be calculated. R, that is 12%. And N, the duration is 3 years. By using the amount formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R and N, we get 15,000 into 1 plus 12 upon 100, the whole bracket raised to 3. Solving this and calculating the value, we get 21,073.92. Hence, the amount after 3 years will be 21,073.92. Question 7 of practice set 14.2. A principal amounts to rupees 13,924 in 2 years by compound interest at 18% per annum. Find the principal. Let us start the solution by writing what all is mentioned. P is the principal which we need to calculate. A, that is the amount given, is 13,924 rupees. R is 18% and N is 2 years. Using the amount formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of A, R and N and keeping P as it is, we get 13,924 is equal to P into 1 plus 18 upon 100 the whole square. Simplifying this, so we'll take reducing the fraction 18 upon 100, we get 9 upon 50, and adding 1 plus 9 upon 50 by taking the LCM, we get 59 upon 50 the whole square. So we get, rewriting and rearranging this equation in terms of P, we get P is equal to 13,924 into 50 upon 59 the whole bracket square. Solving this and simplifying it, we get P is equal to 10,000. Hence, the principal is rupees 10,000. Question number 8. The population of a suburb is 16,000. Find the rate of increase in population if the population after 2 years is 17,640. Let us start with the solution. Here, P will denote the population of the suburb, which is 16,000. A, that is population after 2 years mentioned in the question, that is 17,640. R, the rate of compound interest has to be calculated. N, the duration is 2 years. By using the compound interest formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of A, P and N, keeping R as it is, as we need to calculate the value of R. Dividing both the sides by 16,000, we get 17,640 upon 16,000 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 the whole bracket square. Reducing the fraction 17,640 upon 16,000, we get 441 upon 400, which is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 the whole square. 441 upon 400 can be written as 21 upon 20 the whole square. Taking square root on both the sides, we get 1 plus R upon 100 equal to 21 upon 20. Subtracting 1 on both sides, we get R upon 100 is equal to 21 upon 20 minus 1. And taking the LCM and subtracting 21 upon 20 minus 1, we get R upon 100 equal to 1 upon 20. By cross multiplying, we get R is equal to 5. Hence, the rate of increase in the population is 5%. Question number 9. In how many years rupees 700 will amount to rupees 847 at a compound interest rate of 10 PCPA? Here, P, that is a principal, is rupees 700. A, that is amount, is rupees 847, and R is 10%. We need to find the duration, that is N. Using the compound interest amount formula, we get A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Now, substituting the values of A, P and R, keeping N as it is, as we need to find the value of N. We get 847 is equal to 700 into 1 plus 10 upon 100 raised to N. Dividing both the sides by 700, we get 847 upon 700 is equal to 1 plus 1 upon 10 raised to N. So 1 upon 10 we get by reducing the fraction 10 upon 100. Reducing the fraction 847 upon 700, we get 121 upon 100, and adding 1 plus 1 upon 10, we get 11 upon 10. Now 121 upon 100 can be written as 11 upon 10 the whole bracket square. And here also we have 11 upon 10 raised to n. Comparing the powers, since the base 11 upon 10 and 11 upon 10 is the same, so the index can be compared, and comparing the index we get n is equal to 2. Hence the number of years is 2 years. So we can rephrase this and say that after 2 years with a compound interest of 10%, rupees 700 will amount to rupees 847. Question 10. Find the difference between simple interest and compound interest on rupees 20,000 at 8 PCPA. Here, in the question, time is not given. So the question is solved taking time as 2 years because the simple interest and compound interest for the first year will be the same. Now, P is the principal, which is 20,000, R is 8%, N is 2 years. Using the simple interest formula, we get P into R into N upon 100. Substituting the values of P, R, and N, we get 20,000 into 8 into 2 divided by 100, which is 3,200. Now, using the amount formula to find out the amount, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to N. Substituting the values of P, R, and N, we get 20,000 into 1 plus 8 upon 100 the whole bracket square. Solving this, we get the amount to be 23,328. Using the compound interest formula, that is A minus P, A that is 23,328 and principal is 20,000. Taking the difference, we get this as 3,328. Now, compound interest minus simple interest. That is the difference between compound interest and simple interest has to be calculated. Compound interest is 3,328 minus 3,200, that is the simple interest. And we get, after subtracting, 3,328 minus 3,200 as rupees 128. Hence, the difference between the simple interest and compound interest is rupees 128. Thank you.